This is the monthly reading for the sign of Scorpio. It's for the month of June, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus. Please check the Me monthly readings or the captions to get an understanding of which sign, Sun, Moon, or Rising resonates with you. Okay, Scorpios, the month of June is going to be starting out for you guys, closing a lot of cycles. Okay, you might have just ended a huge cycle in your life. Okay, and you are in the month of June, you're stepping into a completely new cycle. Okay, so you're feeling very good and accomplished about where you're at in your life with all the things that you've learned in the past. There might have been a lot of karmic cycles that you had to go through in the past, and in the month of June you're feeling really good about a lot of things that you had to go through, both good and bad, because now you're seeing why a lot of things had to happen, because starting from now you're seeing the applicability of a lot of things that you went through in the past. You would have not known how to be managing a lot of things that you are getting into currently, and in the month of June you're going to see that mainly throughout the month of June you're going to be clearing out all the clutter that still exists from the past. But in the meantime, you're feeling really accomplished about whatever you had to go through in the past and whatever cycles you finished or whatever cycles you completed. In the beginning, at least in the first week, you're going to have some kind of situation that comes up with friends that creates some kind of a heartbreak. It could be a third-party situation. You or the person you're dealing with might be having, it could be friends, but it was misinterpreted as something more maybe. Okay, because I'm seeing the Three of Cups with the Three of Swords. So either third person being involved or a truth coming out that was not present previously. So some kind of a fallout either with friends, okay, that's going to create a sudden ending in communication with one of your friends. I'm seeing that during the first part of the month. But yeah, I feel like that goes in line with why you closed out a lot of cycles, and this was another thing that needed to happen during the beginning of the month, where you might have gotten close to people that were not good for you in your highest, and you're kind of identifying that how it could be damaging. And you might have been a person who went through a lot, so you might be somebody who wants to offer everything that you have because of all the struggles that you've gone through to other people. But this is creating some kind of a heartbreak for you. It could be also a third-party situation for those who are dealing with a love situation. This might be a lover that you are finally closing a cycle out with, and someone's really heartbroken. You're finally ending cycles of disharmony and unhappiness in your life, and in closing those cycles out, you're finally finding your balance and happiness. And there's going to be some kind of a restructuring happening within your circles of relationships with those people that you hang out with the most, or your friends, or whoever you're connecting with at an emotional level, okay, that you feel good with. There's going to be some kind of a change during the beginning of the month that you're going to feel like what fit you before all these karmic cycles ending in your life. You might have kept quite a few people, and that same way of keeping people is not working out for you anymore, and you're kind of realizing that. And because you needed something to happen to actually come into that realization, something is going to happen during the beginning of the month that highlights to you that you have changed as a person, and the kind of people that you keep in your circle need to match that. And something is going to happen that's going to reveal to you that it could probably be expectations in connections from you that you will not be able to fulfill being the person that you are today. All right, and there's going to be a sudden ending in communication, and it's going to create a lot of hurt and pain. If it is a love situation, there's a person you were dealing with in the past, and now you're closing that cycle out because this is something that created a lot of heartache and pain for you, and now you just want to move on. This was probably something which was at a friend level, or something that was a lot more than friends, and you had a lot of fun with this person, but it was just not working out anymore. For some people, it could be because the person that you were dealing with had a lot of toxic tendencies, especially like drinking and things like that, like a lot of drinking and things like that, and you finally had to guard yourself from that kind of an energy because you're out of that cycle and you're finding your true happiness. Second week of the month, you're going to be in your happiness. You might be already connecting with someone. You might have closed out a cycle with someone in the past and now you're moving on to somebody else. You might have already met this person, because 10 of Cups is you. 10 of Cups means that you've already explored the level of feelings that you could have with a person. So this is probably somebody that you are connecting with and you really feel like this person could bring you your forever happiness, if or a very lot of emotional happiness that you feel fits you in the long term. Okay, this person is more future oriented in terms of the lessons that you learned, and this person fits the new you that you become. Person who's learned all the lessons and now is fabricating a new life for yourself. This new person really fits that for you, and because of that you're feeling that emotional happiness. Meantime, you're leaving things in the past, whatever was there in the past. Maybe the present people are playing out patterns, okay, that was repeating itself from the past, so that it'll get highlighted to you that keeping such patterns in your life, be it as representations in the form of people in your life or habits in your life, things in your life, job, or whatever it is, okay, anything that is attached to you is going to create that level of disharmony till you lose it and you come at your fullest in your vibration to who you are and who you need to be. So during the second week of June, you're going to start it off with a kick, because the first week is going to be a little harsh. Okay, this is definitely a soulmate because you're connecting with this person at a very, very, very strong level. Could also be somebody you knew from the past that you already had strong connections with. During the second week of the month, you're going to feel a very, very strong connection with the person. Some of you might already be married with this person and you already have kids with this person, all right, or both of you have kids, okay, and both of you probably had partners previously and you both are able to offer each other the beautiful emotional connection. So I'm seeing that for some of you guys, you might be connecting at a very strong level with your children during the second week of the month, and you might be a lot more with your family. You might be spending a lot of time with your family. I also see the travel card. There might have been some kind of travel plan that failed for you. You might have planned for it, keeping certain things in mind, and now that has to get restructured all over again. And whoever was in your past or whatever lessons you learned in your past, you're very guarded about not wanting to repeat it. So I'm seeing that also you're staying very guarded because you're guarding your emotional happiness. You have a lot of happiness that's headed your way and you don't want anything to be repeating in the same way that it did in the past, and you're identifying a lot of things that you didn't know existed playing out through the people that you know now. And during the beginning of the month, you're going to get some kind of a shocking revelation. Either shocking revelation or something you knew deep inside but you did not acknowledge it because you wanted that camaraderie that you have with this person, whoever you're sharing this emotional happiness with. It could be friends or people in your close circle or a third party situation. Yeah, and finally you're balancing things out and you're knowing what is right and what is wrong in every situation, every connection that you hold. What is the balance? What is the right balance? You're focused on that. You could also be connecting with a Libra, a Taurus, a Leo, an Aquarius, a Cancerian, or another water sign, Cancer or Pisces. So I'm seeing that you have a lot of love for this person and you want to go right, and something is highlighting to you how karma affects connections and you don't want to pile up any more karma. So whatever happens in the beginning of the month highlights to you how karma works, and anything from the past, okay, past relations, past connections, it's giving you that insight over how things affects you at a karmic level, and you are coming to that understanding. And now you have to love people at a level where you're not accumulating karma, so it's very balanced. So you're working at a much higher vibrational level for yourself, okay, in terms of karmic decisions for yourself. You're understanding a lot more at a spiritual level about the kind of decisions, who you should be offering your emotions to, and why you should not be offering it in a way that might create karma for yourself, because it might affect your future happiness. And the first part of the month might reveal to you something that you might have done in the past, or something that was done to you in the past. Now going back to the person, you might be feeling also very stuck, okay, with something. You feel like something is not in your hands and you're just gonna have to wait. You know it's coming and you know it's worth it. You know it's worth the emotions that you're spending. Yeah, something is really stuck. And by the end of the second week, that's gonna get highlighted to you that it could be stuck because like there's going to be a karmic imbalance, and you're understanding how your emotions come into play. You need to be a lot more careful with how you offer your emotions to people, and you feeling stuck is highlighting that to you now. And now you know that you have to sit and wait for that karma to pass, and you are ready to wait. You just feel dissatisfied because you don't want to wait, you know. You're like, this is so avoidable, only if I knew this information before. But you're gonna have to wait, especially pertaining to this person that you share such a huge emotional bond with. There might be karma playing out between the both of you and the connection that you both have. So you are just emotionally focused on that and emotionally balancing everything at a karmic level, of at least at an understanding level. And in the meantime, you're feeling stuck because you know that things are not going to move forward till the karma plays itself out. Yeah, you feel like you put in a lot and things are not moving forward. You feel like you put in a lot but things are not moving forward. And also you feel dissatisfied because you don't know when things are going to move forward. You don't have a time line of when it's actually going to happen for you. But during the third week of the month, I see that you're going to be very happy emotionally on your own, because you do have this beautiful bond and emotional connection. You do have this beautiful understanding. You know where your life is headed at. There are just these few karmic, small things that you need to wait it out. There's nothing going to be attacking you. So you know you're in a very beautiful, good place. And now the level of clarity that you have over things is so high that you feel so good within yourself about where you are currently. Also, you might be learning a lot, and you might have hit a place where you feel like you've reached a very high place intellectually and feeling good about yourself, and that's making you feel emotionally really good. You might also be noticing that people are noticing you as someone who is happy by themselves emotionally, and that is giving you attention, and you're feeling really good about it. Someone else might not be feeling good. Someone else might not be feeling good about the fact that you are getting a lot of attention. By the third week of the month, you'll feel like you're getting a lot of attention, and you are realizing that being happy and fulfilled within yourself is what brings in that attention that you're getting. Especially intellectually, people might be appreciating you, and you're feeling like a lot of your wishes are coming true in terms of accolades. You're getting accolades for your intellectual input into a lot of things. It could be work, it could be your insight given to other people, or whatever it is. But people are going to be holding you in a really high regard for the level of understanding that you will be having. In the meantime, you'll be feeling good about yourself emotionally, and you will feel like now you get the game of life. That's literally how you're going to be feeling. You'll be getting a lot of attention, and somebody's going to be feeling very disappointed about that. This could be someone from your past who feels really bad that they are not getting a piece of you, okay? And they might have invested in you quite a bit, but they are really attached to you and the situation and the past and whatever past they had, and they might be feeling like you being in your happiness and you being in your good vibes, and you finally reaching that place where all your work is paying off for you in different ways. Progression, it's everything is not going to show in one day. It's going to be progressively showing to you, and each day you're growing higher and higher. So so this person is looking at it like a lost cause. Like this could have been a past lover, but they feel like you being in your power is highlighting to them about what they lost, and now they are holding on to whatever they have with you. They might be feeling really attached, even though you might not be in contact with this person. This person feels really attached to whatever memories they have about you, and they feel like they are not able to move on. You might be in the last week of the month, you might be getting a lot of spiritual understanding about things. You might be learning a lot spiritually, and you will be getting a lot of intuitive understanding on a lot of things. You might also be holding some kind of secrets from people. You might be secretly understanding that this person is still stuck on you, this person from the past, and they're not able to move on, and they want you to respond to them. But you are at that place where you're feeling so good about just seeing them miserable. I'm sorry to say this, like, I know that's bad, but still, like, because probably you had to go through quite a bit with this past person, and now you're feeling good about where you are for whatever cycles you've completed in the past with this person. Now or the others, but a lot of people, or at least one person, is going to feel very stuck about the fact that their life is not going as great as yours, and that is getting highlighted after losing you and you being in your power. In the meantime, you're secretly understanding, so you know that they are still stuck on you, and that is making you feel good about yourself, because you might have offered yourself so much in the past for the same situation, and now you're feeling victorious over those losses that you had during those previous times. And during those times that you were stuck on this person, now you're getting victory over it. During those times that you were holding on to this person so tight, now you're getting victory over it, and you're looking good and you're feeling good, and intuitively you're getting a lot of understanding, a lot of light is shining. Okay, so you guys are going to get really strong intuitive hits about a lot of people. There might be a very significant Leo or Pisces in your life. You're going to be very happy at your work. If you started a job, you're going to be very, very, very happy. You're going to get some kind of a happy news regarding your work during the last week. The last week of the month is going to be the happiest for you. The second, third, and fourth is going to be really good for you. The first week, you're just realizing what all cycles you've completed, and you're just continuing to finish off that cycle. Maybe you still have it pending with quite like a few people in your circle. I'm strongly seeing friends, and there's going to be some kind of a sudden ending in communication that's going to make you feel very guarded. You'll feel like, you know, you kind of knew this is going to happen, and this kind of had to happen for you to realize that such kind of friendship cannot exist, or such kind of a emotional connection cannot exist, because you've changed. You've reached a much higher place. Last week of the month, you're going to feel a lot more stable. You're going to feel very accomplished about your work. Also, I'm seeing that a lot of your solar plexus is going to be popping like crazy, and you're going to be focused on your work a lot. You're going to feel very accomplished. Some kind of an accomplishment is going to come that gets you even more highly motivated. You're going to get some kind of recognition for the work that you've done, and that makes you feel really good about yourself. That gets you even more motivated to work really hard, and you're spending a lot of time with this. There might also be a connection that gets whoever you have been connecting with, and you see this karma from your past playing out with this person, but you have very strong emotional connection with, that you feel things are stuck. The third part of the week, the victory that you feel and the clarity that you get out of the past people suffering for whatever they did to you. Not even suffering, it's more like they feel the loss, and now you feel like you're getting that sense of satisfaction out of seeing those people in regret, seeing you in your glory and happiness. All right, you made the right moves. It was not easy to make the moves that you made, but you did make it, and you are feeling really happy about it. And in the meantime, during the last week, it's the happiest for you, because whatever you were working on and during the second week with this person, connecting with them emotionally and feeling so much of happiness, but at the same time you know that there's going to be a waiting period, you're going to feel an elevated level of happiness with how it's turned out in your reality to a higher level. Okay, it's going to be graduating to a higher level, and you're going to feel really good about it. You feel like whatever work you put in the past is now solidifying into like the loose ends getting tied, and you or the other person being able to offer each other your emotions at a more stable level. You might be talking to this person on a daily basis if it's a love situation, and there's going to be a lot of happiness during the last part of the month. Now I'll just quickly do a money spread for Scorpios and see what is coming for Scorpios in terms of money during the month of June. Okay, during the first part of the month, you're going to feel like you are forming strong collaborations with other people. You might be working together with other people, discussing on how you should be conducting your work. So there's going to be a lot of back and forth with a lot of people, a lot of collaborations made, a lot of bonds happening through money situations. You might be also seeking guidance from certain people. You might be working with a team, and you might be very focused on how you work in collaboration with the people that you're working with. It could be business, it could be work, whatever it is, but during the beginning part of the month, you're very much focused on the group work that you're doing with the people. Okay, you're gonna feel like you've not gotten the level of stability that you require. You don't have enough to walk away from the things that you need to walk away from. Something might have ended abruptly that you were working on, and you might also be manifesting it quite heavily, and you might be dreaming, manifesting a lot for the situation to move forward. In the first part of the month, you're going to be focusing a lot on the collaborations, but with your external life, you're not going to be feeling that stable, and you're not going to feel like you can walk away from a lot of things that you want to walk away from. You might also have been working on something previously during the past few months or weeks. You're gonna have to temporarily leave that for the time being. But yeah, I do see that you feel like you have it all, reached a higher place of understanding on how to be working things. It's just that it's not come into fruition. It's still at a place where you know that it's somewhere gonna happen, but it's not come fully into fruition. The second part of the month, you're gonna feel very threatened, okay, because you feel like you're on the verge of making a breakthrough, and you feel like there's going to be a lot of competition. You might even be like getting a lot of, that level of adrenaline rush and anxiety just because you're about to make a breakthrough with whatever you're doing. You're going to probably feel that. Second week, you're going to feel that. You're going to feel very happy though with the breakthroughs that you make. You might be at a place where you have a lot more understanding about the things, okay, and also with the way that you've been working, probably you are going to get appreciated for that. People are going to see that you've been working and fighting so hard, and now you've reached a place where you're slightly higher than the people that you were working with, that you felt like was a challenge in the past, but now you feel like it's still a challenge, but you always tend to win, even though it has to be at a level where you have to fight for it, okay. There's going to be equal give and take with whatever you are going to be participating in. Someone's going to be helping you out with things, or you are going to be forming a collaboration where like you and the other person gets due for whatever you both are able to put in, and that makes you feel really good because something is going to come in for you that's going to bring in a lot of happiness. It might not be a lot of money, but it's definitely much more than where you were in the beginning of the month. You're going to have some kind of money that is coming through, some message about some money coming through. There might be some kind of an offer that is coming through, or some kind of a collaboration with another person who wants to have equal give and take with you with a money project that is going to come through, and you're going to be very happy because it's going to move forward very quickly. You will feel like you know everything that you need to do regarding the situation, and it could even be something that's online because it's King of Swords and Six of Wands, so it could be something which is like, something that is social media related. So it could be something that requires for you to get some level of popularity. So you might be getting popular online, or your brand or your products or your service or whatever you're selling or whatever you're trying to do online will be getting some kind of, but you're definitely going to get attention and some kind of victory, and you're going to get also clarity on how to be continuing that momentum and not keep it as a one-time thing. And King of Swords with the Queen of Swords, so both the masculine and the feminine level of understanding you're getting, action oriented and intuitive level of intellectual knowledge you're gaining during the month of June, especially during the second week. And this is making you feel so victorious because all this understanding came after you had to fight down so many challenges. All right, every day probably was a challenge for you. Every curve or every turn that you take with whatever project you're conducting, the next thing would be a blockage, and then you have to sit and clear the blockage for 10 hours, and then once you're done with that, you can move probably one step forward, and next step you move again, there's a blockage. But all that pays off because during the second week of the month, you're going to feel so happy because you're able to offer something in to whatever you're doing. You might be getting back for whatever you put in the past, and you are feeling on fire. It's so beautiful. Third part of the month, you are feeling, you might get some kind of a potential offer for a completely new beginning. It might be something, yes, it's definitely a new offer. Someone has a growth plan with you that could potentially be of growth to you, but you're gonna feel like you're gonna feel like this person is tying you down to it, and they're not revealing everything in terms of an offer, okay, and they're portraying to you that they have something that will help you grow, and you already know that this is not going to be something that is going to be good for you. So you know that this is something that is deceptive, and this is something that is going to trap you. You are looking at it as something that you could potentially grow with, but there is going to be deception involved in it. At the same time, you might be getting other offers, multiple offers or ideas. Oh my god. And the last week of the month in terms of money for you guys is going to be very, very, very strong because we got three major arcanas back to back. there's going to be a huge shift in the path that you took to reach at whatever level you've reached so far with your job. And you're going to be, whatever you've learned in the past, that is going to have to get rewritten, and there's going to be new information that is going to be coming in out of a fated situation happening with your money areas, be job, work, whatever applies for whoever is watching this. It could be business, it could be job, it could be investments, it could be people you're dependent on that's making the money, whatever it is. But something that you have learned in the past is going to get rewritten, and something is going to happen in your external, in terms of your money, financial aspects, that is going to create a new amount of learning about what you should be keeping and what you should be shedding. Okay, this might even affect your image quite a bit. And yeah, but things are definitely going to show you how to be balancing things out in areas and places that you did not know how to move forward, and you were stuck. Okay, and you were stuck and you were thinking that there's no way that I can move forward till I solve this. That's how you were. But now you realize, no, I actually have to move forward, because that's the only way that I'm going to get the balance. All right, Scorpios, that was your reading for the month of June. I hope you liked your reading. Thank you for watching.